What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to show you the top sound mods that I highly recommend in American Truck Simulator. So I am going to show you a couple of comparisons. Now these are not all of the best ones. These just so happen to be the ones that I highly recommend that I use. Now there is a lot of other sound mods out there that I do definitely recommend. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so for starters I wanted to give you guys a baseline sound pack. So this is a Kenworth W900. So all of what I'm about to show you right now is just the stock vanilla pack of the game of American Truck Simulator. So I wanted to give you a sound comparison. So this is what the truck sounds like stock. Here's the air brakes from the outside of the truck. And we'll go on inside and show you. And then here's the parking brake. Don't mind the low air pressure warning. But you can hear that, and we'll sit outside the truck. And that's just me releasing the air brakes. Now I'm going to show you what it sounds like using the JC Amateur Sound Pack mod. So we'll start it up first, roll the windows down. Now this is still the stock engine sound, so hearing this, still the stock. But let's hear what the brakes sound like. Oh yeah, immediate difference. And they keep changing too. Oh yeah. Let's hear it from outside the truck. That's what the brakes sound like. Here's the parking brake. Parking brake from inside the truck. And the air shifter as well. So shifting in gears, you hear it. So that sounds pretty cool. And even driving down, you can hear the shifter shifting. And once again, hitting the brakes after coming to a hard stop. That sounds really good. I really dig this one. This is actually one of my favorite sound packs to use. So I wanted to show you guys real quick what to look for in these sound packs, at least on Steam. So this is right on Steam Workshop. This is the JC's Amateur Pack, or Amateur Sound Pack anyways. It looks just like this. You can search JC's Amateur Sound Pack, or just click into the link below. But anyways, I wanted to show you what it looks like. And you guys can scroll down and read more specifically in detail what it all does. Now this next one is called Air Transmission Sounds. I really like to use this one in combination of the JC Amateur Sounds Pack. So if you guys listen, every time I shift gears, you'll hear a little air shift. Just like that right there. You can see me shifting gears, and let's hit the splitter. Even with the splitter it changes. Now I really like to use this, like I said, with the JC's Amateur Sound Pack, because they already have a nice little air transmission sound to it. It makes it sound really good, especially when shifting like that right there. So that right there is what I really like. I think it sounds really good. So here is what the stock engine sounds like. Give it a little rev on the outside. And on the inside. And of course, here's what a stock vanilla game Jake brake sounds like. Very, very quiet. Almost can't even hear it. So it's come a really long way and come to a hard stop and release the air brake. Just like that. So this next mod is the Cummins NTC Big Cam, which is probably one of my more favorite engines. Not the favorite, but one of my more favorite engines. Definitely my favorite engine for the Kenworth K100E here, flat nose. It has a good lope to it. I think it sounds pretty good, or at least a good deep tone to it. And you still get the turbo whistle, both inside and outside the cab. So let's go ahead and start this one up and see what it sounds like. I actually think it fits really, really good. Now this one did take me just a little bit to get used to, especially the Jake brake, as I'll show you. But after I got used to it, I actually really, really like this one. Both from the inside and outside of the cab. Now listen to the Jake brake. I think it sounds really, really good. And let's hit that one more time. Oh yeah, that sounds so good to me. It did take a little bit to get used to, but after I got used to it, I absolutely love it. This is actually one of my favorite trucks and favorite sound mods to use. Alright, and one of my absolute favorite engine mods is the Cummins N14 engine. Now this one is one of the ones where you can actually change the sound of the Jake brake. Now some of these other engine mods you can change the intensity of it and change the sound of it, which I will show you how to do that. But this one sounds amazing. Both the engine, the Jake brake, the turbo, just absolutely everything about it. Now for those of you that don't know, this was actually one of the very first custom truck builds that I did on this channel. You guys can go check that video out. I absolutely love it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get a cold start from the outside of it so you guys can hear how amazing this sounds. So nice little rev up. And again from the inside of the cab with the windows up. And let's roll the windows down. And of course, let's go ahead and put it in gear and drive and get a good running gear. So we'll go ahead and pull out of here and you guys can hear it. Oh yeah, it sounds really, really good. Now just wait till I get it up to speed. So we're going to do the first stage of the Jake brake and then we'll change it through all three. But let's start with the first one. And it sounds like this. Really quiet. So I don't know if you guys can hear that difference, but there is three different stages of Jake brake. There's the first one, very faint, second one, and third. And we'll show you from the outside of the truck. Here's the first one, second one, third one. It does make quite the difference. Alright, so I know some of you guys were wondering how do you change the Jake brake sound, and since we're on this I might as well go ahead and tell you guys. So if you come into your main screen right here, now this is not applicable with all Jake brake sounds or all engine sound mods, however a lot of them it is. And the Cummins N14 engine, one of my favorite engine mods, it just so happens to be applicable. So when you come here to your main screen, you click options right there and you see where it goes, all these options here. Click keys and buttons and it'll look just like this in update 1.49, and just scroll down right here. You don't have to scroll down very, very far, but right when it says engine brake, you want to go right to this area here. So you see engine brake increase and engine brake decrease. These are what you need to set your buttons to. The Cummins N14 engine mod has 3 levels of increase. So I actually have the little spinny wheel button on my Logitech shifter, and that's actually what increases it and decreases it. Now again, not all mods are applicable with changing it, but some of them are. So try it out and tell me what you find. Alright, so this next one is using the Cummins NTC Engine Sound Mod Pack. So we're going to go ahead and start it up and I'll show you. Takes a little bit to get it started, which I love because it works well with this older style truck, but it does sound really, really good. Both on the outside and on the inside. Now the Jake brake you definitely have to get used to, so let me show you. So shifting through the gears, it sounds really good, especially with the turbo whistle, as you guys can see there. Now let me hit the Jake brake. See, it takes a little bit to get used to. It's not quite my most favorite Jake brake sound of all, but it doesn't sound terrible in the right condition. For example, at top speed, Like that right there, it made it sound really, really good. As I was saying in this video, these are just all the top sound mods that I like to use. If you guys go to the Steam Workshop and just type in sound, you can just scroll and see all kinds of different sound mods. There's different kinds of sound mods all over the place. All depends on what you're looking for. Coyote's air brake and Coyote's brake sounds. RIP to those two mods. For whatever reason, they no longer work and he's taking them out of the game. But those were the original, or at least my OG sound mods that I started with. One of the very first few mods I even put in my game, but they no longer work. But anyways, as you can see, there's everything from engine sounds to the JC sound pack, like I was saying. There's all different types of stuff. Now, I'm using several different engine sound mods in my game as well, but I'm only showing you 3 of my favorite here in this video. Speaking of one of my favorites right there. But you guys can see there's 13 pages full of sound mods. And you can just scroll down and see exactly what it is you want and try them out yourself and see what you think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you learned a new mod, please smash that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.